Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. And are you ready for a Christmas project? What do you think? Is that pretty? A little bit of sparkle. Those are sequins. And this was online. Well, first, this started out with getting together with friends, and Shelly made a card, and she saw it on Pinterest. And you know how sometimes you see a card and it just keeps being in your mind? So this is it. This one right here. And Creatively Yours is the designer. And she had a different background. And you know, I think that instead of using Pool Party, I think she used Coastal Cabana, which was beautiful. But when Shelly did it, she had the Pool Party paper, the Pool Party ink. So I just assumed it was Pool Party, but really I think it was Coastal Cabana. But I like the Shelly way better. Isn't that pretty? So, if you noticed, there's two flavors, Pool Party and Smoky Slate, or Evening Evergreen Soft Succulent. And the pine cones are a little bit different. Oh, I think all of the pine cones here. This is done in espresso, stamped off pine cones, full strength. This is done in soft suede, stamped off in full strength. I really like how those two came out. Then this one is a little bit richer in color. This is soft suede with early espresso over the top. And those are both really pretty. I did try it using sand and espresso, and that came out fine too, but I think I like the other ones just a little bit better. We'll be using Christmas Season, which is a bundle right now. When it's bundled, you could get it at 10% discount. And it's bundled with these dies. And I love it when Stampin' Up! Has dies for the stamps, including the pine cones. And then also they mix in some labels because it's so versatile. I use this all the time. So after last time, the projects with the sparkly pine cones, I know a lot of you are like, no pine cones. But these are easy. You stamp them and you cut it out. You need only 3 per card. Okay, so also this is in the annual catalog, Perfectly Plaid. It's got great greetings in it. These little trees are cute, and there's a punch to cut those out. More pine cones, but we use it just for the words. And then, of course, Snowman Season. And this also has a punch to cut out the little hands, the hat, the snowman. But once again, we'll use it just for the words. Okay. And dies, we talked about this one. This is called Seasonal Labels Dies. This one, when we did Gorgeous Leaves and the Baby Wipe Technique, we use a stamp set that coordinates with this. But this time we're going to be using Intricate Leaves die, and that's more just for this branch right here. Then Stitch So Sweetly is for the inside paper, so it has a little scallop on it. I think Creatively Yours, she used stitched rectangles, which looks good too. And then Embossing Folder, this is Evergreen, and I have my note, use gray plate. If you don't use gray plate, this is what happens. Someone didn't use gray plate, but it still works just fine. But then it's just hard to store. So if ever that happens to you, you can keep using it, but, well, it's challenging to store. Okay, inks, Espresso, Versamark, Evergreen, Succulent, Pear, Suede, Pool. Will we use all of them? Yeah, mostly we'll use we're going to use a lot of them. And the Versamark is for the words. The words are stamped in Versamark and then white embossing powder. Okay. Here we go. These are the pieces we'll need. So I will put all the sizes, paper cut sizes, on my blog. This is scored at 4 1/4. And the paper is 6 1/2 by the standard 5 1/2. But I'll have all that listed. This is to cut out, where are those dies? the Stitch So Sweetly, the scallop die with a little stitching on the inside. So here's that. These are for the pine cones, and this is for the branch. This is to do the words. Let's do the words. How about, there's one that kind of was a little bit bold. How about this Merry Christmas? Okay, so it's going to be done in Versamark. And then this one is, I have two different size papers, so whatever size verse you want on the front will determine what size paper. But you know what, I think they all fit on the small, but sometimes narrow paper makes people nervous. So there's a little bit bigger in there. Okay. Put this one right to the edge. So when you're stamping the words, when you look on the card front, I'll hold that up in just a minute, there's really not that much room for the words. So I'm leaving a little bit of room at the end so I could do that little flag, and I'll do that in just a minute. But toward the M, it's going to be cut right off at the M. Okay, get that in white powder. Okay, so then I will heat that. Okay, so here's the words. This I want to leave a little bit of room on there, thinking about how big do I want the flag. I'm going to trim it just a bit. And then I'm going to cut right against the M here. And that is because it starts here, goes over to there. There's not that much room. If you put it in the middle, your prettiness is going to be covering it. Then to do the flag, I'm going to cut right in the middle. And then from this edge here, I'm going to go right to that cut. And that makes it easy to make a perfect little flag. That way you could determine if you want a really deep flag or just a shallow one. Okay, words are done. So now I'm looking at this. These are the pine cones. There's two size pine cones. Now put them on here. We need a total of 3. So there's a big pine cone, da-dun, and a little pine cone. And there's 2 for each, 2-step stamping. There's the bolder one with the larger image on it, and then this one is more detailed. So how about if we do them in suede? So to do them in suede, I'm going to start with the big one and the bold one. Now stamp off. So ink it thoroughly, stamp off, and then stamp on your paper. This is kind of like the second generation. First generation, second generation. Then I'll do the same with the little one. Full strength, stamp off, and I'm trying to squeeze all 3 of them on here. And you know, if some of them get cut off, it's okay. Oops, maybe I didn't stamp off thoroughly enough. It's okay because they're going to be tucked underneath the words, so it's okay if I don't get the full top of it. Okay, so now this is the detailed stamp, and I'm doing it full strength and soft suede. And when it comes to lining it up, a little fuzzy there. When it comes to lining it up, it doesn't have to be perfect. At first I was trying to get it right in place, and it's hard to tell where right in place is. But no matter if I did it just really fast, wherever it lines up, it's fine. I am trying to keep the points down here and the top up there, but where the detail lies, if it lies in this empty space where there's no ink, great. If it lies right on top of it, looks like a shadow, great. So there it is, looking great. Now here's a little guy. So today I signed us up for our booster. This morning they said, well, I tried to do it right when they said anyone can get them. And then it said, what is your underlying condition? It's like, well, I don't want to lie. I ain't got none. Okay, so now there's little dies right here. So I went on and it didn't take it. It said I had to tell them what my underlying condition was. And then it says choose a date, but they didn't offer any dates. Anyhow, went to lunch with the girls today. Going to cut 2 of these. Just like that. If you go back and forth, look how many you get in there. Not that you're a paper miser like I am, or Shelly is. Okay, so I'll cut 2 of those. Anyhow, we're in. We're going to be boosted. Okay, so there's those. Aren't those cute? Completely makes a project. Okay, let's see where we are with pieces. So, these are for the top. This here needs to be textured with that evergreen embossing folder. So, which trees do you want? Doesn't matter, anywhere in here. Trees. Let's start putting this together. Tape. Took a little break. I looked and it says it's been 16 days since I posted a video. Yeah. Well, I'm back. I missed it. Doing this project was a good thing. Very nice. Okay, so this will go right on here. Now stamp on the white before I attach that. Stamp on that white before I attach it. Put the trees on here. Whew, maybe I should do Stella. Sparkly Stella. Okay. Okay, so I think it's time to do some stamping. Let's start with this piece here. Hope you could see that okay. So, thinking about the positioning of this, oh, you know, I did one here, one midpoint, one up a little bit. I think I'm just going to have it right about there on the card. So that means that I need to stamp up here and a little bit down there. But wait, there's more. Where? Like if this one, maybe you can go here. I know, Lori, you're telling me where it should go. And that one could go there. This one could go down here. Okay, so that means I just need to decorate right up here and right here. And there is this holly. Where is that? This one right here. Okay, so I want to use the holly, these pine pokey things, and this, and the dots. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, holly. Here's the holly. Will it show? Oh yeah. Okay. So that will be in Evening Evergreen. I love this color. When it came out, I thought, oh, that's pretty. But now that it's the holidays, I love it. Okay, good. So now I know that there's a lot of real estate down here. I'm just going to kind of wing it. That time I was trying to get the big stamp. I might need to re-ink this because that's not looking too dark, but that's okay. Okay. And then there's the pine. So because the card has soft succulent, I'll do that. But I want to do a different green tune. Ooh, I caught an edge. Opportunity for sparkle. Okay, so this is soft succulent. I don't know. Kind of overlap that one a little bit, but that's okay. Because with the pine cones on here, I think it'll be just fine. They'll cover up a lot. The ribbon will cover up a lot. The bow. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, and I'll keep these near because I'll use the same ones on the inside. Okay, and then this time I'm going to throw in a splash of Pear Pizzazz. Does it really belong on here? I don't know, but we will find out soon. Look at that. Green, green, green. Guess I'm liking green today. I think I like it. So that one I stamped it a little bit inward because I know all this area is going to be covered. And I'm going to leave some white. Okay, so I think that's it for stamping on the front. Ooh, I hear the washer going. You know how it gets on the spin cycle and it really gets to going? It's going. That's pretty. I miss stamping. Oh my gosh. Look how pretty this is all coming out. So this will go over here. So I'm going to put this on dimensionals just underneath the words Mary. How about 3? Because 3 of them are going to hold the whole greeting on. Okay, maybe a little high, no, maybe a little bit low, because I'm going to put that big pine cone going up. All my other pine cones, no, that one went down. So this one is going to go right here. Oh, it's covering up the pretty. Okay, it can go over here. Oh, no. Dimensionals on midpoint, not the very end because that's covering it. And then I'll do liquid glue to hold it onto the Merry Christmas words label. Just like that. Okay. Then this one could go here. I like how it's all cut out. Over here it looks a little close, so maybe tuck it under. There's a, this one is going to be no dimensionals. Oh, I did, hold on. So this, I want right about there. I know you guys don't mess up on stuff, but if you do, just pull it all up, especially when the glue is still wet. Oh, has to be lower. That's sticking out too much. Okay. And I don't care if it sticks out down here because I'll put a pine cone over that. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so the other one, so I'm thinking about where do I want to, I like a little bit of white space, so maybe right about here. So, just so I don't have to deal with so much, I'm going to give it a trim. Okay. And then this one, I think I was saying just down flat. This Merry Christmas has seen better days. I keep messing with it. Okay, and then finally the last one. I like those branches showing. I really don't want that little bit to show. How about right there? That's good. So a bit of glue on the end, right here, then dimensionals on the rest of it. Okay, there it is. Oh, let's do the bling. So for the other projects, I used sequins, which offer plenty of sparkle, but this time I want to use rhinestones. So I like bling. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put on 3. How about 1? I'll do a small, medium, large. Oop, I lost the glue dot. 1. 2. 1 more. Get that glue dot. 3. Okay. So now it's time, that's garbage, for the inside. So for the inside, let me start with the words. And the words I'll put in the dark evening evergreen. So Merry Christmas. Hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. That's nice. But the thing is, once I have this in here, right in the middle. Okay, so when I close this, I need to position this stamp underneath those words. I have a feeling it's going to stick out a little bit. You know, I could be smart and do a little pencil. Okay, should be hiding underneath there. And I probably shouldn't be stamping on this texture, but I'm going to try. Okay, I think I got it. Hopefully it's straight after all that. That looks good. Good. Okay. Yeah. So now, time to decorate the inside. So, where's that holly? I like that holly. And I'm going to try not to do too much, because some of these, I went a little crazy. That one, I was calming down. Don't do so much. So I just did 3 pine cones. I guess you could do some and cut them out too. This one looks good. Maybe this is the one where I did a little bit too much. Oh, that one's still not bad either. Because a lot of it, if you decorated the whole white inside piece, you wouldn't have any room to write, and it would show through on the front, and it would look really busy. Okay, so holly, right here. Yeah, I think I need to re-ink this pad. I wish it was a little darker. Okay, so there's the holly. And then in soft succulent will be that double pine needle thing. This one. Maybe I'll have it from over here. And finally, in Pear Pizzazz will be the single pine needle branch. You know, this set does have holly berries in it and all kinds of pretty things. But I'm trying to keep this a little bit calm on the colors. See, now it's inked up, I'm ready to go, and I really don't need to do any more. Okay, stop. Less is more or less. You know I have that little plaque right here. I know you want to see this. Less is more or less. Less is more or less. Okay. So I think we are done stamping. Well, that went together pretty quick. I had to erase my pencil lines. I have little die cut pieces. You see those? That just happens. Okay. There, it's done. Pencil eraser. You know, after all that, I didn't even make sure it went. That's good. Right where it should be. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that pretty? Wouldn't it be nice to get this in the mail from a friend saying Merry Christmas? Might have to do a whole lot of these. Okay, thank you for tuning in. And if you can, give me a thumbs up. I watch to see what you like. And I hope you have a great day and happy Thanksgiving. Okay, bye.